You know what's great about Doritos? Is transparency. Absolute transparency. I mean, they taste so good, I can have them delivered to my house. And on the back right here, it tells you, if you meet the height requirement, you can eat these. Fuck that shit. If you're Blue Ranch, as far as it goes with your Cool Ranch bullshit, I'm spicy sweet chili. Let's get to the point, folks. Oh, yes. Andrew, I tried to send you one of these shirts, but I couldn't because I've lost a bet. And the bet was that we were all having a poll go on how you actually have your clothes, because at some points you're wearing the same shirts, at some points you're not. Sometimes you're tropical, sometimes you're just in a Nike shirt or some third-party hat. I mean, I don't know who actually goes to a boxing gym and puts their hat on in boxes and does sparring rounds. Shouldn't say boxing, sparring rounds. Punching drills is what I saw, because you're so tough. But the reality is, I'm pissed at you, Andy. I could have actually won this and we would have split the bet. I won't tell you Crusader's version where he thought you got your clothes from. And of course, leave it to the fucking seeker. He says to us, basically, supply and demand is high, so who would buy a whole roll of fabric and create only one or two shirts out of it if you can't have enough sold at that point, meaning that there's not people as small as you that could buy them. So, that being said, I lost the bet, and we're going to get into it, folks. I think it's duly noted and duly time to bring back the old Apache Helicopter and part-time comedian. So hide your wives, hide your kids, because we're going to get gritty, nasty. Uncle Seeker's going to bring out the swear jar. Let's get into it, folks. Oh, that's amazing Crusader grinds. Let me tell you. I start off my morning by getting these Crusader grinds. Credit Crusader himself picks them from the Arabic tree in his backyard. Presses them stone cold fresh to me with my actually hydrogenated C2M like water. And what I try to do in the morning after I work out, I take a nice bubble bath with candles. I like to have mood lights all over my ceiling on my $7,000 bed that lays on the floor. In my high loft apartment, well, actually not really, not in an apartment, I'm in a house, so I can't really go there. My point is, folks, is that the facade of bullshit is here. The dichotomy of Andrew Ross Ngyuen Andrea? I'm not even sure. Whatever you call your name. You change it much? Just like to change the name of your company. And why did you call it Pinnacle? Because we know Pinnacle Credit Union is one of the first ones you see when you look up. Okay, folks? We also see Pinnacle Credit Card when you look up. It's not really original, you know? Even Todd Gibbons figured out his shit. Todd was like, man, excellent credit matters. No. He changed his name up, or was he told to do so because he was bashing someone, he was committing some crimes and doing some things he shouldn't have been doing. That's probably could be the issue too. Now, let's talk about everything credit. Folks, we have seen Andre, we'll just call him Andre, because we don't even know for sure. We do, but we don't. Bash David Payne over everything credit nonstop. We have actually called him out to meet standards of things and explain things, and he can't. He just avoids us and brings up more bullshit. So we're going to try to do our best today to address those step by step. So I'm going to go to my trusty computer. I'm going to ask AI what's up. So AI, can you please do me a favor and tell me what a midget and ACAT have in common?
David put his ding dong in my mouth, and it was so good. I just wanted to let everyone know that I am a scammer. David put his ding dong in my mouth, and it was so good. I just wanted to let everyone know that I am a scammer.
Oh my God, I think I cracked ACAT, guys. Just kidding. Guys, ACAT doesn't exist. We tried asking several times, and Andrew can never come up with the answer. In fact, it seems to me that ACAT's just a made-up bullshit lie that goes back 2 years ago he tried using as a credit sweep term. Credit sweep, I say, because he guaranteed how fast he could get results and switch them off and get them away. I think he was part of credit sweep, but that's just an opinion. That's not fact. I think that's how he started being like Mikey starting his credit sweeps and then failing halfway in the middle. I will say this about Mikey. Mikey was a professional of the scammers. He knew how to not have hyperbolic reactions and immature reactions. Just kind of like me being alpha male. If I say I'm alpha male, he says, oh, you got big tits and you're using steroids, the PCTs, peptides. Guys, people who use steroids use PCTs. And what are PCTs? They're basically post-cycle therapy. I've never done that. I don't like steroids. I don't. TRT, because I have a pituitary gland where I was blown up. But as before we get a disclaimer into this also, I want you to know, I have had 7 TBIs on record. 7. That's a lot. Now, I can only understand where Andy's coming from where he says, don't listen to people like me. But if you're not going to listen to people like me, I got to tell you, I did some research on this, and you shouldn't listen to these people too, according to Andrew. Lady Gaga, traumatic brain injury. Abraham Lincoln, traumatic brain injury. George Clooney, traumatic brain injury. Bret Hart, professional wrestler, not a bad guy, traumatic brain injury. Frankie Muniz, actor. Tina Turner, Jackie Chan, Charles Schultz, Angelina Jolie, Randy Travis, Justin Bieber, Hillary Clinton. She's had a bad one. I agree with Andrea. Don't listen to her. Don't listen to her, okay? A.A. Milne, Gary Busey, Gabrielle Giffords, got shot in the head. Came back, still gets senators for her side of the party. Nichelle Nichols, Coretta Scott King, Woodrow Wilson. Woodrow Wilson makes sense. For those of you who don't know, Woodrow Wilson was one of our presidents, and he brought in the Federal Reserve. Bad idea. But I won't get into that with a history lesson. The point I'm trying to make is, again, Andrew speaking out of his ass over there at Pinnacle Credit, lies on top of lies, knows nothing what he's talking about half the time, okay? Also, folks, if you type in best credit repair, quickest credit repair, if you've noticed when Andrew does this, it comes up purple, which means that's in his top searches. So when he has it in his top searches along with his company, most likely it will pull up in the first 4 on the first page you look at in Google. Now, I've done this every which way. I've said it before. I did it through Bing. I've done it through Google. I've done it through MSNBC. I've done it through Yahoo, everything. Yahoo, even the ones he claims it's actually on one of his websites, which I'll read later on too. Okay? You have Lexington Law Credit Repair. Supposedly Andrew knows the owner of them. They claim they don't know him. But he talks shit on them, but then he claims he learned from the owner of them. Anyone wonder about that? Number 2, creditrepair.com. Number 3, Credit Saint. Number 4, The Credit Pros. Number 5, Sky Blue Credit Repair. Number 6, The Credit People. And here's the catch to this. Is my boy on there? Is everything credit? He's not, but he keeps it honest. And the fact is, I can tell you this much. The monthly fees are never more than $100 on these companies. Now, they can go a long way. There's no doubt. They're there to make money and sustain, or they wouldn't make money and have such big companies if they didn't make you go 2 years minimum. However, you can do it quickly. And how do you do that? You can either go to Andrew and take a 50-50 chance, okay? You can go to my guy and take a 50-50 chance, but the differences between the two is this. My guy's so transparent, he does lives where he's actually calling credit companies in front of people on actual cases that he covers. He's sending out mail certified so they can't deny they didn't get it. Actually, so far the way he's worded it, it actually comes from his clients, okay? Third, he has software, but he's not using bots in India. I think Andrew invested in something, didn't continue to invest into it, is what bothers me, is why he makes his claim so falsely. Now, if he's not the top 5 on here, top 6, well then Better Business Bureau. And Better Business Bureau, you're right. Everything credit's not even in Better Business Bureau, but here's the problem about BBB. You pay to be a member of BBB. Correct me if I'm wrong. You pay that, and then you can actually challenge that score. You can challenge those numbers, which means you're a member of the BBB. Putting out bullshit again, Andrew, as you always do. Looking at all this right here, plus going to the next thing I'm going to tell you about, he claims that he has had contacts to people of Congress and lawyers that he's worked for. He's claimed that he has worked with the owner of Lexington Law, who taught him everything, but yet he dogs him in videos and he dogs him on his own website. Now, if you go to Andrew's website right now, you will see it kind of looks like he's in love with David Payne, like in love with him. He's got it posted all up and down his page, which is unbelievable to me because, like, for the guy who doesn't like him, he literally took his whole business aspect and associate to that. Now, I can't imagine if you're a CEO of 1 or 3 maximum, if you had a business investor, someone like from the outside that's a former millionaire, for let's say the Sharks, then why are you such an anti-Semite? Is that why the video is not there anymore? Anyone ask this question? Because we saved it for you. In fact, we have a bunch of these we're going to be sending out to a lot of people you know. We did it for you because we felt bad for you, and we felt like, hey, did he erase him? Did he just forget or what? But we have everything that you said, every video that you've had, every posting on these, and we're going to send them out to your investors, your claimed millionaires. I think it's kind of crazy. You're not showing how you're closing these deals. You claim you're in New York. You had a 34-minute upload time for 34 minutes ago the day before. But 34 minutes ago the day before put you at 8:30 New York time. New York time at 8:34 was 74 degrees with the sun rising. Not a background where the lights are on. It's dark as can be. And the back hole of the Uber, not your Uber X, not your Uber Black, not your personal driver, was all wet. You know damn well you were in New York. Now, you probably have places in New York. I mean, you mentioned places like the boxing gyms. 2 of the boxing gyms, one that you've been at and one that you mentioned, are both in New York. But we've mentioned also, too, coming to the halfway point. We were willing to put up $10,000 into an escrow account, people, because we thought it was a good challenge, right? and is saying that he's the best, he's a boxer, he knows what women want, the whole 9 yards, he's playing the part. I mean, shit, the guy wears Crocs doing burnouts and Harleys. Why wouldn't any woman want him? Not alpha male. Very, 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 very bravo male. Very, very beta male in the sense of soy boy. I don't know of any man that takes pictures of himself in the bathtub with soap bubbles all around him and brags about what he can do and who he is. And folks, if you're on my Instagram, which some of you are, you see in 2018, I competed in Men's Health Magazine Military Muscle of the Year. I scored 25 out of 5,000, 25. Do you really think that Men's Health would endorse someone using steroids? Definitely not. But here's the funny thing about it. Half that panel or more were women. So it definitely has it right. And I don't even challenge the fact that he said the women that are attracted to him are 18 to 19-year-old women because they don't know any better. And if you have a lot of money, they want to spend money. So that's the attraction to it. He thinks that he's getting a high-quality woman. A high-quality woman who graduated from what? Puberty? Because you got the same body match, buddy. Like, if you take pictures of yourself and you put shadows on yourself and you say you've gone vegan, you're reversing your whole age system, you're going to be young forever, then why is your hairline so fucked up? Seriously. Like, you have money, fix your fucking hair. Okay? Don't dye it blonde. Fix your hair. Buy some lessons in, like, integrity and courtesy and learn how to talk. Because the worst thing about it is you get on here and you just go off on these tangents that have nothing to do with credit. You make it so personal. And it's okay because you're doing yourself dirty. I literally took all your clips, all your videos, went over Low Sal the other day, met up with the boys in the unit. We're watching it and we thought we were watching a comedy show. As I'm talking to one of these guys now who's a Predator S, basically, he comes down and he says, hey, what's going on with this guy? I said, I couldn't tell you. I mean, we see guys with PTSD, we see guys with PTS. I don't know if there's a mental disorder. I don't know if there's ADHD. It doesn't matter. I mean, I don't want to crap on that stuff if you have it, but you're the only guy I know that like is on massive amounts of Adderall nonstop. Like, so what do you use to balance it? Coke at night? I can't figure it out because you have these crazy videos and shorts that you post attacking David nonstop with no proof. You can't explain ACAT. You try to sign into, I think it was TransUnion, saying you cracked the code. You're full of shit. We just proved that. You won't meet us for the fight that we gave you the $10,000 in there, the escrow account, and the $1 million to where you can pick out 100 files, and you can pick out 100 files from everything credit, and you denied that challenge. You talk shit and say, I'll fly you down to Gleason's. You didn't do shit. You know, that theory of that he's the bigger dude and you're the smaller dude and you have sustainability because you can keep going because you're younger and you can fight and do all these things, then why are you so afraid if you're trained to meet him actually in a ring? I gave you a challenge, and you know damn well you have some smarts to you because you look at my size and what I could do to you in a punch or two, it's done. You're getting knocked the fuck out because I have the training. But the fact that Dave doesn't have the training challenge to you, that should have been easy for you, and you still ran from it. Every time we say something, you run. We have the license plate of the Harley Davidson. It's not even in the States. It's outside of the States, okay? You weren't in New York. We know it. Same thing with the Starbucks cup you showed. Everything about you is not so much a scam as much as it is a fraud. See, like, Mikey was a scam. The shit we did to take him down, scam artist. Okay? Shots fired, warning signs. We've taken down a total of 16 people with the firm already, and actually the majority of it's in Texas, which is sad. But, folks, if you're out there and you give your money to a credit agency, anybody, this is anybody, and they all of a sudden get massive, massive jumps to where the numbers are going higher, and you had accounts you didn't know about, ask yourself this: did you file the police report? Think about it, because a lot of these credit scammers, what they're doing is they're taking the header of the police departments, putting your name on it, sending it to the credit agencies, and challenging the credit, forcing them to put it down. That is fraud. That's fraud. I'm not saying Andrew's doing it, but just be very careful. You give money to anybody out there, folks. This is the way the game goes. 50-50. Andrew takes your money in at $1,500 without a discount according to him, but yet he has the video of him giving out a discount because discounts basically are shortening yourself of what your product is, but he still gave discounts out but talked shit on the fact that Dave did it. Hypocrite. It's that factor of what? Rules for thee but not for me. Andrew operates in that freaking psychotic, crazy world that he made up. It's sad because you have a dude who is trying so hard to show you the cloud of what he has and what he can do, but you can't buy integrity, motherfucker. You can't buy the fact that you doxed our friend, okay? In this group, we're like family. So the way I see it, when you doxed David and made that comment about cousins being married, you basically were making the claim of incest, and then you doxed one of his properties. It wasn't even his property. He has rental properties. You ever heard of homestead hunting? you're a fucking idiot. Like, what gets me is you risk his family or the people that could stay there or anyone else that goes there. You posting his daughter up is like posting my daughter up. It's like posting the Seeker's daughter up. It's like posting the Crusader's daughter up. I mean, I'm not sitting going, oh my God, I have the grains that come straight from there. My vitamin D comes straight from the sun delivered to me in the morning. I take my morning bath. I have everything around me with my bubbles and my little lights. Andrew, you literally don't understand the factor of integrity, truth, and what it is to be alpha male. You think you do, but you don't. A $3,000 cologne section you're talking about. I mean, you're a baller, right? How come you don't have a driver? How come you take Uber Black? How come you just need to edit your fucking videos because they're absolute shit? You have simple things like Microsoft that provide word spell, and you're going back and spell check, and you're allowing things to be out there saying things that aren't even done. It's like you wanted to say brain, you said Brian. Dyslexic, I don't think so. It's just the way you're typing stuff. Everything that you do is short of perfection. Simple as that. You're not even halfway there. You're mad because you made a comment on my shit on me first. I come back to you and give you a courtesy warning. I didn't blast you with the video. I didn't tell the whole world. I sent it directly to you. And then you give a 47-minute rant. When you put two and two together to figure out who I was tied to, you go, oh shit, because someone told you they took some of your customers. Your customers weren't taken. They left you because you're an asshole. You're a condescending asshole. You have a limited vocabulary. When you're talking to people, you talk down. You know, integrity with people, when I think about this, when I say the anti-Semite and why I get so pissed about it, I served as a Marine with the IDF in the Gaza Strip. My son is Jewish by proclamation. I've already made this clear. Proclamation of a Jewish woman's birth, okay? If you're such a badass, think about this. Leviticus 25 is printed on the Liberty Bell. John Adams himself learned Hebrew because that's what this nation was built on. They built it on faith factors of integrity and good men. You, sir, are not a good man. You had every intention to cause harm to my friend and to someone who I trust. Folks, this went from haha funny to oh shit serious. Okay? Go to his website. It doesn't matter. We've already saved the shit that he had on there before. Whether it's not, it doesn't matter. We saved it. And he has literally a whole website dedicated just to David. It's not even talking about what he can do. If he can't guarantee you your money back and he uses pay services that don't guarantee you can do a chargeback, don't use anybody that way. Don't use anybody that way. But to go after David and you call him a racist, this is a dude who wears a Kobe jersey, technically mine. He lives in it, okay? He does videos and stuff. He goes to Walmart. Who cares? He already knows that China supplies half the shit. Who wouldn't know China supplies half the shit? China made the phone. China probably behind this shirt. China's behind this cup. It's a Marsoc cup. But it doesn't matter. China probably fucking made it. Just saying. I think it's kind of weird that you're going to attack him for this, but yet he lives in a state that's predominantly 67% African American with a 54% voting outcome for African Americans. Yeah, so the racist who wears a Kobe Bryant jersey living in a predominantly black state is racist. He could just go one state over to Alabama if he wanted to. They got some problems over there, minor problems. Major problems in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, but that comes with travel and knowledge and actually doing your homework and knowing what to do. If you're going to do the right thing or the wrong thing. You know, I told everybody on this before on my channel, read from the left, read from the right, somewhere in the middle, read it again, make a statement. Andrew, at best a grifter, at worst a fraud. Lil Andy, that's the best thing I got for you. Because everything you put out there is bullshit. We have discredited everything you fucking said and done. Everything. Everything. You know, we also know about all your made-up profiles. You're talking to yourself on your own YouTube. I had one of the people that actually is real that was on your YouTube that gave you praise that joined mine. Folks, go on my YouTube. I invite civil discourse. I really do. I think sometimes you can learn from each other. Sometimes there's haters, but I'm not afraid of it. I don't turn my comments off like you do, Andy. I had 1,000 people plus coming at me when I called out Mike. Okay? I actually had a call from Grant Cardone's secretary telling me to stop calling. What's this bullshit? Come at you sideways. We come at you every angle and you keep dodging shit. You keep running and you're disappearing. And you're pulling down videos now. Seriously? You ain't got shit, dude. Simple as that. Folks, do your homework. Do your homework. Go back to David's archive and ask yourself that question. Andy educates himself on haters himself as much as he says it. He says that we're jealous. I ain't jealous of shit, dude. You got a boy-like body like a 14-year-old girl maturing. You have David plastered all over your freaking website of just hate. and disdain. You rip on fat people because you're so healthy, you're so built. I guess for your frame, you probably are. If I was a midget, I'd probably have to carry less than 12% body fat too. Okay? You talked about him being bald. Bald's beautiful, motherfucker. Ask women out there what's going on. At some point, I'm going to have to bick my head too, and so will you probably. It's just life. You deal with it. But to sit there and personally attack somebody when this was about business, you are fucking low, dude. Like, low. And then you're talking shit about Good Friday and all that. You don't even know what you're fucking talking about. I think it's nuts. Like, seriously, I'm going to forward out these thumb drives to everyone you've done business with. Dude, I took a trip up to San Jose yesterday. Talked to some people that don't fucking like you one bit. Not one bit. Personal people. Personal relationships. I don't need to post those, but you know what's funny? We did record them. And we're going to continue to come after you till you stop. When you stop, we'll stop. Simple as that. There's no in between. You don't know how to have a pissed off Marine on your ass. You literally called my friend a pedophile with his own daughter. That's the best you got. That's fucking sad. That just shows how low you got to go. And you're a business owner. You're a CEO of one. Remember, I'm a badass motherfucker of one, right? That's my company. Idiot. Idiot to the fucking core. Folks, do your own homework. Seriously, please do. It's all fun and games. We can crack jokes and do all these things. But when you start making it personal like this, it's not okay. It's not cool. It's just not. You know, and all your affiliates, Andy, we're going to send those thumb drives over to them. They're going to see all the videos you've done, all the pictures you posted, everything. It's okay. I'm not doing it under the Everything Credit label. I'm doing it under mine. So, and don't worry, the guys at JSOC that watched you, it was pretty cool because we did officially take out an ad. We put up the 5 companies I just listed at you guys all out there about how much they charge and whatnot. And they put Dave on there, what Dave can do for you. We did put you on there too. And we actually will send you the storyline about you. It's going to print. And every veteran out there, everybody on the base is going to know. Even your friend out there in Germany, she'll be able to read it too. Because it goes out in Army times and Marine Corps times. So you'll enjoy the reading, I'm sure. And if you want to post things up, you want to come back at me with shorts and say some stupid shit, go ahead. It doesn't affect me one bit. You're killing yourself. Seriously. Crocs on a Harley doing a burnout. And you know that's not even you doing the wheelie, bro. I pulled that right up. You can reverse IP that shit, people. He's not doing a wheelie. That's not even the same fucking bike. So just putting it out there. His videos are all about bullshit. ACAT. Fucking ACAT. AI is scary. You saw what I just did right now, right? I mean, I basically have it on there and what I said to AI to get that information out, but who cares? Folks, please go to Everything Credit. Okay? Just check it out. Read, ask the questions anything you want of David Payne. He'll tell you. He'll explain everything down to a detail. He won't make you feel bad about that you got yourself in this situation. No shit you did, or you wouldn't be calling. We know that. It's okay. We're here to help. Okay? David's there to help more than anybody. I'm here to go after the scam artists, and I've been taking them down left and right. I'm here to go after the frauds because that's a new thing for me because Andy's just a fucking fraud. Can't even use his real name. So that being said, check out Everything Credit. Okay? He's running, yes, 2 discounts. Lil Andy is a discount. And next month, if you are a former client, and you can prove it on a contract, if you are a former client, okay, of Pinnacle Credit, and you feel like you got screwed, let David know, and we're going to do one out of everyone that comes within the month of May. At the end of the month, we'll do a drawing, and your credit services, you'll be paying for your service fee in the front for a sign-up fee, and the rest will be free the rest of the time. We will cover it. It'll be free. If you are a former client of Pinnacle Credit, we'll show you what we can do. And one more thing. Andy, from the littlest to Payne, he's wanting to pass this on. Get bent, mother trucker. Peace out, folks. Take care. God bless.